But I have a question. How come that even people who are educated still fall into this trap of superstitions? When you were talking about the death of people, your family came to mind. I remember your story of how just in 1 year, you lost in 6 months, you lost about 5 influential, not just people who were trying to make it, people who were well-to-do. Yeah, the very top of your family, those people who were the flag bearers, those people who were well-read, who studied in Europe, who studied in America. You lost all of them. And I'm sure that educated people were the ones who told you that it was because of some juju or it was because of some superstition. So how do you marry the fact that education is not even eradicating this superstition from a lot of the people in Africa? You will see people who are professors still going to the village, still going to their localities to pay homage to some of these things and to even advise people against going, against some of those things that you have mentioned. Probably a tree or probably a river or probably a stream. It's like they are detached from their own locality. It's like there is a power somewhere holding them bound. So how do you explain the fact that even education doesn't seem to eradicate this superstitious belief in many cases?
Yes, this is because what we call education is school most of the time. And school, the way it is right now, set up by the world system, school is not education. It's not synonymous. It used to be taught like that school will bring education to you. But you are not educated because you go to school. Most of the way the world system and the school system is set up these days is for you to be able to graduate and become a servant to Uncle Sam. It's for you to be able to service the system. You are sent to school so that when you come out, you'll be able to get a job. So the whole agenda, the whole idea of schooling and going to university and all that is for you to be able to service the system of the world and keep the system moving. So it's for you to be able to get a job. If they are not concerned about your erudition, your general erudition, they are more concerned about you doing what they tell you to do, being a servant, being a slave, being obedient, being obedient. And they just give you a curriculum. That's why they have a curriculum. And the curriculum is you just have to learn and memorize the things that you need to know, and you need to go and use that where you are needed as as a slave, like a messenger. But really, education, what does true education entail? True education entails 3 things. You are not educated until you are taught to question everything. So education is the ability to question and query. If you cannot question and query everything, you are not educated. You don't have an independent mind, and you don't have an intellectual curiosity. So one thing that education is supposed to give us is what is called intellectual curiosity. When there is no intellectual curiosity in your educational process, you have just gone through the process of making you into another man's slave.